We're now going to enjoy a sequence that is tridoshik for Vata Pitta Kapha, but focused on stimulating, balancing, and harmonizing your digestive metabolic fire known as Agni. So with that in mind, we're going to begin with a pose known as Mayurasana. I'm going to show you a side and a front position. So depending as to the level as to your strength and practice, for Mayurasana you can start from hands and knees, turn the fingers to face you. And the key to doing this pose is to actually let rest the upper arm bones on the sides of the rib cage as you come forward. And some of you might just be here getting the stimulation into the chest. Or you can work with extended legs and float the legs up. So wherever you are, begin to bend the elbows, bring the weight forward, and extend the legs behind you. You can either extend the legs and float them up, or bring the knees in and keep the feet together and lift up. Wherever you are, stay as you are, and it's important that you're pressing the entire upper arm bone into the rib cage and soft tissue right underneath of it. Keep breathing in and out completely. Learn to maintain for as long as you can, 5 to 7 breaths. For most of you, that's 1 more breath. Then sit back onto your heels, Jnana Mudra, and take a moment to close their eyes and just feel the effects of Mayurasana. Ustrasana, camel pose. Roll the toes under. Take the fists to the sacrum or point the fingers up this way. To start to lift the spine up and then back. I like to start by keeping the chin on the chest and thinking of bringing my heart up to the nose as I lift the spine up and back. If the flexibility allows, then go ahead and reach for the heels. And if you'd like, you can drop the head back, but it should feel comfortable for you. So here, activating energy up the legs, through the thighs, stretching the front of the spine as you arch back without compressing the lower back. Keep breathing into Ustrasana and feel like you're literally stretching the solar plexus, stretching your digestive organs, opening the chest and heart. Notice if the inhale or the exhale is shorter or longer. Keep the breath steady and even. 1 more breath here in Ustrasana. Then first bring the chin to the chest, release the arms, sitting on the heels, Jnana Mudra, and again rest. Close the eyes. Notice if your heart is beating fast, and that's perfectly normal. As you stretch the muscles of the heart, post-digestive effect of Ustrasana is that the heart is catching up. You stretched all the tissues, and now we have fresh new blood coming into the heart, the liver, the spleen, the gallbladder, the pancreas, the small intestines, the stomach. And now to enjoy a few standing asanas. As you come to your mat, we're going to come to the long width of the mat to come into Trikonasana. Let the legs spread out wide. Rotate the right leg out to the side, lining up your heels, and focus on the hip crease. Right, deepen the hip crease and reach across. The more you reach, the better it is. After you've reached as much as you can, then lower the right arm in front of your right foot and send the left arm up. If you gaze up, that's going to add more heat, and if you gaze down, that's going to decrease heat. Focus on stretching the solar plexus, drawing the navel in, lengthening your tailbone towards the back foot, and spreading the arms away from each other. Let the shoulder blades pull in as you open the chest. Focus more on the breath. Notice the cool air coming in through the nose, warm air going out. So see every posture as an opportunity to meditate in a new shape. So breathe into this shape. Notice where the breath goes. Learn to sustain energy here, focus and attention. Notice if you're locking the knee of the right leg and engage the muscles around the femur bone. Use the strength of the top arm and the muscles of your torso to pull you up, and then step in. Take a moment before we go to the other side. Just notice the change, the difference between sides. Activation. Connect to the movement of energy flowing through you. And then switching. Step out again. Dial the left leg out, external rotation, and again, work on deepening the hip crease as you stretch across. Once you find all the reach in the body, then lower one arm and send the opposite arm up. Left arm down, right arm up. As the shoulder blades draw towards each other, that opens the chest. Navel draws in to lengthen the tailbone back. Allow the front of the ribs to meet the back of the ribs, so you're not sticking the chest out, but rather lengthen the spine from the crown to the tail. Connect to the outer form of the shape, and now connect to the inner form of the shape. Notice if you're locking the knee in any way. You can check it out by bending and straightening and firming the muscles around your thigh bone. Feel how energy roots down to the legs but rises up. So connecting the ball of the foot and the heel of the foot. As if you were putting on pranic pantyhose. Lift the energy up of the legs into the pelvis. As the navel draws in, it allows the spine to lengthen and stretch out. Become this breath you are breathing now. And slowly inhale to step and exhale to step in. And again, just rest. Enjoy. Allow joy to permeate. As your body awakens, energy flows, the mind is present. Now balancing posture, Ardha chandrasana, half moon. We're going to go through the movement of trikonasana. So again, stepping out. You want to find, once again, this reach and hip crease. But now bend the knee until you can allow your hand to touch the floor. About 8 to 12 inches in front of you. Back foot will come closer. You can bring the hand to the hip if that helps. And then radiate from the heel, really send energy out through the foot as you extend it out, send it up. Try to open the body to the side. You can keep the hand on the waist or send the top arm up. And then gaze at one point on the floor, and then just piercing concentration there as you breathe and maintain Ardha Chandrasana. Make sure you're feeding the leg, energizing the top leg, strong leg, long leg. Feel as if you were trying to kick the wall in front of you. Try not to hold your breath. Connect even more deeply to the breath. Again, meditation in Ardha Chandrasana. Become one with your breath. Sustaining power. Drawing the navel in, Then slowly bend the knee to lower the leg. Stand up. Step in. And pause. Enjoy the sensation without judgment. Just follow the sensation inside the body. Now let's activate the other side. Stepping out. Again, retrace your steps. Bend at the hip, bend at the knee. Find the ideal position of the arm in front of you. Energize the leg, reach the heel, flexing the foot, actively extending out. Navel draws in and reach out. And then breathing in and breathing out. Feel free to readjust. But let your eyes focus on one point. Piercing concentration, focus, and awareness. Awareness as you breathe through the legs, breathe through the arms. Allow yourself to be steady. Celebrate strength and balance. Slowly bend the knee to come back down. Coming up, step into the center and pause. Enjoy where you are as you are. Prasarita padottanasana. The wider you step out the legs, the more benevolent it will be to the hamstrings, the muscles at the back of your legs. So, if you want to be benevolent, step out very wide. Otherwise, come in closer, know that the hamstrings will receive a deeper, greater stretch. Allow your toes to slightly turn in to expand the sacrum. You're going to be interlacing the arms behind your back, bring the heels of the hands together and rolling the shoulder blades toward each other. As you draw the navel in, lengthen the spine, take a deep breath in. On an exhalation, bend forward over the legs, and then relax the arms behind you. What's important here is that you work the articulation of the scapula, the shoulder blades coming towards each other, keeping the heels of the hands together to enjoy your arm bones rotating. Once you start to open up, that does take your arm bones in a totally different rotation and can strain the wrist, so it depends where you are. So this is a nice, safe position for all of us to be in. Keep feeling the energy of the legs and the crown of your head reaching towards the earth. Activate your leg muscles as you lengthen the spine here. And focus on the breath as you are upside down. Bringing blood to the head, nourishing the nervous system. Allowing the muscles of the legs to work to sustain the forward bend to support you. With each exhale, allow yourself to go deeper into this posture. Again, meditate on this breath. Each breath as it comes in is an opportunity to renew inside. Watch that you have more weight forward onto the ball of the foot. Try not to sit back onto the heels. Bring the weight forward, as if you felt like you were going to fall forward. Lower the arms to the waist. Feel as if someone were pulling your arms back so that you can inhale and leverage yourself up to stand up. And then exhale, step your feet together and breathe. Notice how circulation has to harmonize itself. In Ayurveda, we know it as Vyana Vayu. So blood coming back to the heart, exchanging oxygen prana and sending it back out to the extremities. So you are refreshed and renewed. Nervous system relaxed and calm. For the next posture, you'll have to face the short end of the mat. It's called Virabhadrasana 1, warrior posture. Go ahead and let your right foot step forward. Left leg goes behind you. Slightly let the back toes turn inward to help the hip as it rolls forward. Bend the knee over the ankle. Feel that as the navel draws in, the hips can go down. Inhale, bring the arms over the head if you can, palms together. Gaze forward and sustain Virabhadrasana 1 here. Breathing in and breathing out. Strengthen the legs. Mild extension for the spine. As you draw the belly in, try to find apana. Apana is the energy that grounds, that strengthens, that roots us. But then the energy that circulates up through the fingertips, Vyana. Let your mind be steady. Again, celebrate strength in the body instead of weakness. Releasing, extending, stepping in. And rest. Switching sides, left foot comes forward, back leg behind you. Bend the knee, so your left knee bends until it's in front of the ankle. Back leg extends long. Navel draws in, arms go up, palms together if you can. Actively press the hands into each other. Even though you're stretching the front of the body, you can still actively contract the rectus abdominis as it's stretching. As much as you reach up through the fingertips, root down through the legs and pelvis. Feel the center point, your belly button, engaged and strong. Try not to grip your feet into the earth. Root down through the four corners of your feet. Engage the muscles of the legs to sustain you. Exhale, release. And step in. And take a moment to lay down and rest. Enjoy the energy of the standing postures. Take a moment to digest that. Now as you're ready, Navasana, bend the knees in, sitting up. Navasana, another wonderful pose to tone the digestive organs. We love it in Ayurveda Yoga. Balancing to all three doshas, extremely harmonizing for your digestive fire. So the first stage is to extend out. Some of you stay here. You could do one leg for a few breaths and then switch. Others of you come into Navasana here, so you're still holding. And if you'd like to progress, you can extend all the way out, but make sure you're in a nice extended knee bend as you're holding Navasana, breathing in and out. If this becomes too much, and simply bend. You can also catch, but wherever you are, keep breathing. Find steadiness. So I'm showing all possible variations because these are all places that you can be. Let's enjoy one more breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Then release. Stand. Pause. Gomukhasana, cow. Cross the right knee on top of the left. You can scoot a little bit forward so you can stack the knees even more as you sit down. Sitting up nice and tall. Go ahead and send the right arm up. Bend the elbow behind you. So some of you might stay here. Others of you might be able to have your fingertips meet in the back. Point is, one elbow goes up, one elbow goes down. There should be no tension in the neck as you are holding this posture and allowing breath to come in and out. Connect into the pelvis and the legs. That's your grounding point. Keep the spine nice and long. Celebrate the flexibility and opening in your shoulders and chest. Notice if your tongue or jaw is holding tension. Relax the mouth. You can even take the tip of the tongue behind the upper teeth. You can still breathe in and out through the nose as your lips are soft. Breathe into the heaviness of the legs. Let the legs root to the earth. From there, the spine rises. Go ahead and release the arms. Take a moment to extend the legs. And then switch. As your left leg comes on top, stack the knees, root the pelvis. Inhale the left arm, spin it into the body as you bend the elbow behind you. And then the opposite arm comes back. So then again from here, elbow goes up, elbow goes down, navel goes in. And allow the fullness of the breath to nourish you. Notice on the exhale, perhaps, that you can go deeper into the grounding of the legs. Exhale, energy down and out. Inhale, energy into the body. At the bottom of the exhalation, root down. The inhalation is inspiration inside. Again, relax the jaw, parting the lips softly, breathing in and out of the nose. Gently release. Extend the legs out. Pause. Last posture, Paschimottanasana. So as you're ready, extend the legs, pull the toes back, send the heels forward, create length in the spine, rooting into the pelvis. Inhale through the peace signs. Catch the big toes, interlace them. So as you interlace the fingers, pull the toes back, lengthen the spine more. Elbows open wide to the side as your belly reaches towards your thighs. Inhale, filling the lungs. And as you exhale, empty and surrender forward. So with each breath, you want to inhale and exhale, surrender deeply. Allow the exhale to bring space into the body. And the inhale to fill the body. Surrendering with each breath. Actively contract the quadricep muscles so that the hamstrings can melt into the earth. So firm the top muscles, relax the back muscles, and keep reaching, stretching from the tailbone to the crown of the head as you pull the toes back and surrender. Inhale, sitting up. Exhale to release. And now, your favorite, Shavasana. I encourage you to find some nice music, 7 minutes, 10 minutes long. Allow yourself to lay all the way back and enjoy the resting pose, that which brings the entire practice into one so that you are healed, renewed, and invigorated. Namaste.